Hi there, it's Patty from PS Paper Crafts. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to show you how to make this card. There's a lot of different products that I used on this, but my key thing is I wanted to show you the baby white technique to do the background for the leaves. I'm using the Beautiful Autumn stamp set, and it has a detailed stamp and then like a background stamp. So you can do like a darker and then a lighter color, or however you want to do it. And it has it for the pine cone and the acorn and different leaves. I love the sentiments. I'm going to make the thank you card again. And this actually comes with, you can bundle it actually with 3 punches. They're really neat. And they punch out the acorn right here, and then this leaf and this leaf. So it's a 3-pack of punches, and they're really fun. I made a card, it's on my blog yesterday, and I punched out all the leaves. It was a very simple card to make, and I used the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper, which is a 6x6 pack, 6 inches by 6 inches, and I just punched the different colors, and then I chose my colors based on the patterns that I punched out. So I thought this was cute. I love these stamps without any background. I think they're really pretty. So that's just another idea. You can go to pspapercrafts.com and look at my blog from yesterday, and you can see the details on that card, all the measurements, all that good stuff. So anyway, let's get started on this. I've done the baby wipe technique in the past, and I always seem to do it with leaves, just because I think it's really cool with leaves. So I'm just using an empty stamp case, and then I'll just take a baby wipe. You can do 1 or 2. I think 1 is fine. The images are very tiny, so you don't need a lot of ink, and then you're going to use your re-inkers. And you can use whatever colors you want. You can use, greens, yellows, oranges, reds. So for this one, I'm just going to fold it up so that it's about 4 layers thick. And you want to do it on something that the ink will go through. And then I have my inks. What did I use? I'm going to use Calypso Coral and Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use a green. I think if it was a bigger leaf, I might put some crumb cake in it. This is Old Olive. I think, what did I use? Pear Pizzazz, which is kind of covered up. So I'm just going to use these 3 colors. You can use more colors, whatever you want to do. So I'll do my Calypso Coral first, and I'm just going to put drops here and there. It's not going to look like much. And then I'll add some Daffodil Delight. And you want to leave a little bit of room. And then I'll add some of the Pear Pizzazz. And you can pick whatever colors. I have to say I did try Rich Razzleberry, and it was a little bit dark. So just, play around with it. I think bigger leaves would work better with more colors. So I kind of played on scrap paper. Now the next thing we'll do, let me just put these away. The next thing we'll do is get our card. I have all my layers cut and everything, so don't worry about sizes or anything like that. I'll have it all on my blog. And we're just going to get a piece of scrap, because we're going to go off the card. And then first I'm going to stamp the detail. I'm using Old Olive for 1 leaf. I'm just going to stamp it around. I'm going to go this way and this way. Whoops, that didn't come out too good. Let's see if I can get that. There you go. Down. Just very random. This is what you do when you do a background. You just kind of stamp it all over the place. And you want to make sure you go off the page as well. And then we'll, I'm hoping I'm in here. Let me move up a little bit. And then we'll add back in if we need to. We're going to do this other in Rich Razzleberry. And again, I'm doing the detail layer. And you can do the one with the ink on the baby wipe first, but I felt it was easier to look through when the detail was there. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job here, am I? I'm not pressing all the way down, and I think that'll be covered up well once we do the background layer. So let's do, and we can come back. I'm going to do then the cinnamon cider, and we'll do the let me just move this aside. We'll do the pine cone, and I really love this one. For some reason, I love the color and the pine cone. Isn't that pretty? I mean, you could just leave your card like this. You don't have to do anything more to it if you didn't want to do the backgrounds to them. And you just keep building your card. You can also add the acorn if you wanted, or the other leaves. You can really make it however you want. Let's see, we'll put one of these here. I think I'm going to put another leaf up here, and just fill in where you think you need to. I think I'll do one of these here, and I am going to block the middle a little bit. I don't want to have too many of the green leaves. Let's see, I'm going to do one more of these. I know it's right next to each other, but don't overthink it. I always overthink things. This is hard to see through. Okay, so I think we're done with these. We're going to put the inks away. I kind of messed up on a couple of them, but I think once we do the background, that'll cover it up and you won't even notice it. Okay, so now we want the background stamps for the two leaves. I'm not doing the pine cone because I absolutely love the pine cone. So let's get this leaf, and we're just going to dab it in here, and then we'll line it up. And you just want to see through and line it up. And if it's off a little bit, it's off a little bit. But see, it's got green and orange and yellow. And you can kind of clean it between. You don't have to, but after a while it might have too much on it where you picked up too many colors and you don't want to kind of mess it up. So we'll just go through. It's hard for me to see because I need my head where the camera is. Let's see. And we'll just keep going around, move your paper around. Now we'll do this leaf. The same thing. We'll just go around. So we got them all. I'm not crazy about this one, but I'm going to let it go for the sake of getting the video done. And next we're going to use this piece, and this goes across. And now this was embossed with the greenery embossing folders, and in here you get two of them. And they're the small ones, so these will go in the new small Stampin' Embossing machine when it comes out. So you get one that has the top and bottom leaves and one that has the full leaves, these two patterns. So let's put that on, and I'm going to do that with my liquid glue. I like to use the liquid glue when I'm doing embossed images to get in all of the parts that are raised and the parts that are lower. Okay. And then I'll use the ribbon. So this ribbon is really beautiful. It's a copper, so it's from the Basket Weave Metallic Ribbon and Combo Set. So you get 2 rolls of ribbon in here, and I'm I'm using just the copper one. And I think this is mint macaron. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that. But this is more of a basket weave. It's really pretty. But I love this. It's very shiny and glimmery, and it's kind of stiff. I wasn't sure how it would be to make a bow. So I'm going to cut a piece a little bit bigger so that I can wrap it around. And then I'm also going to tie a bow, and I'm going to feed this little acorn in it. Isn't that pretty? I wouldn't send this through the mail. This would be definitely a card that you're going to hand somebody, or not include this. This would be great for some 3D kind of projects, I think, to, you know, create something and have that hanging off the side, a little treat box or candle or something like that. So let's get this through. Just going to tie a bow. Boy, doing a bad job here. This is a little bit twisted. Okay, well, I'll fuss with it later. But we'll tie this bow, and I'll just cut off the ends. And I'm going to get these. So these are the metallic. You get 20 of them. They're called Acorn trinkets, and they're just very pretty. I hope you could see them. I have ink all over me. And we'll just feed this through. It's got a nice big loop here that if you wanted to put, you know, some of the twine through it or something like that, but the ribbon fit nice. So I kind of worked with this a little bit to get everything in place. So I want to lay this across, and actually I'm ahead of myself. Let me get my sentiment stamped. So I'm using the old olive ink. You could use the cinnamon cider. I'm going to stick with the old olive. That's my card base and everything. I like to be kind of matchy there. So we'll get the thank you and just stamp that down. Close this up. And then I'm using, the punch is called Timeless Label. I have to label my punches because I can never remember what they're called. So we'll get that all set. Punch that out because I want to kind of figure out where to put this down. So that looks about right. So I'm going to take some Scotch tape. I'll need 2 pieces. And tape this around the back. And I could always move the acorn if I wanted to. So I'm just going to go around the back and put my tape down. I know it probably looks very awkward to you. So there we go. Works for me though. All right, so now we can put our thank you down. And I'll put this down with some dimensionals. And I'm just going to put the dimensionals on the bottom and the top so that the ribbon kind of goes through the middle. Okay, we'll take the backs off. And we could put this down right about there. We can move this if we want, and then I'll use a glue dot for my ribbon, and I'm just going to peel one off and put it on the back of my bow. And I'm going to try to get this right up above the acorn to make it almost look like it's all together attached. Okay, so I think it's pretty. I like all the leaves and everything. I like creating my own background. I like to do that. That's pretty fun. So now we're going to put this down here. I'll get my liquid glue and just put that around the back. I love Old Olive for fall. It's one of my favorite colors, but I'll tell you, I'm loving this cinnamon cider for fall. It's really pretty. So now we want to do the inside, and on the inside I want to write my own sentiments, so I just stamped across the top and the bottom with the leaves, just the detailed leaves without any background. So let's do that. Let me put this aside and get my leaves back out. I think I'm going to just clean them because they look pretty messy. And knowing me, I will get ink on me. So I just clean it with my chamois. This looks like it's actually coming off the side. Okay, and we want the pine cone. And then this other leaf. So let's just get these cleaned, put this stuff aside, and get my ink pads out. And I just went kind of down the line with them. So we have the cinnamon cider. And let's move this over. Well, I guess I could do it this way. I'm not sure it's all in camera here. And then I need the rich raspberry. So I don't have my sticker on this one. It's nice that we can put the stickers up here so we know what ink pad we're in. It helps. So we're going to do the cinnamon cider. And I'm just going to go around the bottom, the rich raspberry, and then the old olive. And then just repeat. I really like how this turned out, though. I love really the detailed leaves. I think they're so pretty, even without any kind of color in the back. Then I'll just flip it and I will repeat. Rinse and repeat. We'll do the rich raspberry and then the old olive. Oops, that's a little close, but that's okay. It will work out. And the last one. All right, so let's close these babies up. Get them out of my way before I put ink on something. And then we can just put the inside in and we're done with the card. So let's get the liquid glue out. And we'll just, and it's this one. I mean, I think this is just pretty as it is. I love the fall, so these cards are perfect for me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you give it a try, just any ink colors you have. And you could use it for spring, summer. I mean, it doesn't have to be fall. I always seem to lean toward leaves on this. All right, thanks a lot for joining me. Take care. Bye.